Well, education is a very important field of work for Unhcr. You have to know that of the 16 million refugees that we have under our care at the moment, 6 million are children of school age, children aged 5 to 17. And if we don't provide them with an education, we're actually putting a whole generation at risk. School is a safe environment for refugee children. If they go to school, they are less at risk of being subject to child labor, to child marriage or to other abuses, and it's an environment in which they can engage with other children, and they meet mentors and they gain essential skills for the rest of their life. You have to know that refugee children are at a particular risk of missing out on learning things and gaining essential knowledge that will allow them to thrive and not merely survive later in life. And another important aspect as well is that these children, through their education, will become the citizens of the future, and if a day comes when they can return to their country when conflicts end, they will be the ones actually building up their countries again, and they will be essential for promoting peace and development in the future. So that's why it's so important that this big generation of refugee children gets a decent education. Unfortunately, we see that refugee education is in a crisis at the moment. Of those 6 million children of school age, 3.7 million don't even have a school to go to. That's more than half of the children that don't have a school to go to. There's another danger as well at the moment. What we see is that if we don't provide refugee children, refugee families with a decent education, they could be driven to move to other countries irregularly. So, for example, when a family flees Syria to, let's say, one of the neighboring countries, and in those neighboring countries situations are such that the children cannot get enrolled in school, this might be a motivation actually for such a family to move on to another country which has better education opportunities. And often these voyages happen irregularly. People pay smugglers with all the risks that holds. They might take an irregular sea crossing in flimsy boats, or they might take a perilous journey over land at the hands of smugglers. So we can see that education there also is a key factor. What we do at Unhcr is we try to always engage with governments and NGOs and other partners worldwide to make sure that refugees can get access to education. Education is one of the Sustainable Development Goals at the moment. The slogan in the United Nations is we leave nobody behind. And that also pertains to education. And I think especially for refugee populations, it is very important to make sure that we adhere to that Sustainable Development Goal, but that we also make sure that refugees get an education and they have a hope for the future. The theme of SB Overseas campaign is Give Hope, and I think an education is giving hope to refugee children.